A hero is recognized by doing something that is out of the ordinary and benefits other people. From a dream to a reality, we get to recognize Rachel Gishia, the co-founder of Dream Children's Home, who turned her own home to an orphanage for the orphaned and abandoned children. Being raised by a single parent in a slum at a young age, she witnessed how children were abandoned by their parents and guardians, and the experience motivated her to do what she thought was imposing, taking care of these little angels. This is a story filed by our very own Sylvia Nganga.
As we pass these buildings and shops along Gong Road, we take a journey towards Dream Children's Orphanage, which took us about 2 hours. As we arrive, the smiley Rachel welcomes us to her unique home. The environment is quiet, and as we take our time familiarizing ourselves with it, she takes us through her tough journey of how the Dream Children's Orphanage came to be.
What made me start Dream Children's Home is because I was brought up by a single parent in slums. And when I was a young girl, as I was growing up in the slums, my mom used to work as a casual laborer in a coffee plantation. And there used to be an old manager who used to love children so much, whereby during holidays or sometimes in the weekend, he could buy sweets for all the children in the village. I used to love what he used to do to us. And I was a young girl, possibly 10 years, and I used to say, when I grow up, I would like to be like him.
The process of getting the orphanage certificate and naming it Dream Children's Home, Rachel says, gave her an immense satisfaction, and since then she has a total of 140 children, 14 in high school, 85 in primary school, and others in universities, with the youngest child being 2 years and the oldest being 25.
The orphanage started, and that was back in 2004, with very few children. Now we have 140 children in the home, both boys and girls. We have some children in the university. We have about 40 children in the high school. In primary, we have 85. Yes. The youngest is 1 year. The other is 2 years. So we only have children who go to school. Actually, they are here for them. The oldest is around 55.
Every child has a right to education, and Rachel knows important education for the children. Father explains how she started school in her own sitting room to build a Kuruk primary school. Standard stretch their hand to help. The school follows the same curriculum as other schools and train teachers for the students. Visiting the school in various classrooms, learning continues normal. Teachers are teaching particular subjects.
See
The students greet us and they're ready for Rachel clearly as they she enters the classroom.
the standard care service is a department of great reference. They came to pay a visit and they found kids in the house. So they came, and because they wanted to talk to us, we had to remove children outside for them now to be in the house. And they wondered, is it a class? Is still a house? I told them why the kids are there. So they are the people who did first 4 classrooms. They built them for us.
You named the school by
No, I had named the school, but when I started the school, it was about a mom called Helena. So I called the school St. Helena. That's what we call it. But later on, when we wanted to register the school, St. Helena, there was a school, there was another school, St. Helena. So I had to look for the name, and I called it Lekuki. Lekuki is a Malay name. It means something like a village. So that's what we call the party now.
PCP candidates starts for sponsors who could pay for high school fees. Some have been lucky enough to sponsors even from as Germany. Proudly, as the 2 of our children their KCP last year and went to National High School.
We have done 3 years class 8, 3 of them. When they do, they normally choose school in other schools. So when they pass the various schools, so we have children in various schools. Like this year we go to our children to young boy here. The ones that joined in July went to.
Started since B class. Now I'm in class 8. When I grow up, I would like to be a doctor, not a doctor, but a spy doctor. Like here in Mines, it's good because they always make sure that every day we need, especially food, education, good health.
With some of the challenges she's facing, some organizations have been able to come through and help get enough for the children, as well as build dormitories for them.
January, I normally go for a dormitory. Page office, we come with a dormitory here, and really sit down to write letters to various organizations. Many people just write and I put them. Out of the money I put, I'll find people feeders to help us. Like people who build this building, they are called PH. This one is by PVH. This one was done by people who went to Para, and they had us in the site. When they were coming from, they passed here. They asked, what is your problem? I told them dormitory. So they dormitory upstairs is dormitory for girls.
The younger children below 5 years have a room of their own in the girl's house. A woman, Martha, Suja, bringing and abandoned children home. That love and determination is what makes a hero. Sylvia Switch TV, Nairobi.